Good morning. Welcome to Chair Yoga. It's so nice to have you here today. So we just want to make sure that we're comfortable, that we have everything we need. So basically all you need is a chair. The mat is helpful when we come off the chair. We do sometimes do some standing poses as well using the chair, but the mat is helpful just to keep our self in place. It's not required, but I do like to sometimes use a block, just if I want to come right to the back of the chair with my back and keep my alignment. But that's just what I need for this chair. You can figure that out at home if you need anything like a cushion to help support you. Sometimes something underneath the feet is nice. So you just decide what feels right for you. I will ask you for now just to come more to the front edge of your chair. Not too far, but just to kind of get a sense of where we are seated here and how we can begin, deepening our connection to our foundation through our feet. So just take a moment to sense your feet on the floor, connecting that way. And then we're going to do a body scan from the feet up. So if you'd like to start, slowly transitioning inward, if you're comfortable, closing your eyes and just taking, this time to help you settle as we remain still just for a few moments. So bringing your attention slowly up from your feet, through your legs, through to your knees. Take a moment to tune into your upper legs, your hips, and where you're making contact on the chair. And if you've got a hard surface chair, you can feel those sit bones. You can even wiggle just a little bit from side to side, and just notice shifting your weight from one hip to the other. Just notice if you can connect to your sit bones, and that's a good way to know if we're sitting right on top of them. We're helping our pelvis come into alignment. And when we have our pelvis in alignment, it also helps our spine to come into alignment. So noticing as you bring your awareness up, we're going to ensure that our shoulders are stacked over the hips, that our chest is open and our shoulders are relaxed down the back. And just bring your arms into a comfortable position. Your hands could be on your lap. They could be in any position that feels good. And just take a moment to go right up through your body to your neck, to your head, your face, your jaw. And as we notice our body, we can start to release any tension that we might feel, that we might be carrying without even realizing. We might clench our jaw. So releasing tension there. We might notice sometimes our shoulders are a little up towards the ears. You can let your shoulders relax and sink down. And just continue. Let's bring ourselves back into the body, like down into the torso, and come right down into the belly area. And as you focus here, let's start to also notice our breath. So at this time, you don't have to change anything about your breathing. Just simply notice. Simply notice your breath. Feel where your breath is in your body, where it's moving into on the inhale, and how it's releasing from your body on your exhale. Where do you feel your breath? Note how the breath comes in, the length of it, the quality of it. Notice how the breath leaves your body. Notice the length of your exhalation. And we use our breathing exercises to help cultivate a slower, steadier, more balanced flow to our breathing. And the more we can create a beautiful, steady wave-like movement through our body with the breath, the more that brings calm and ease to all parts of us. So with the next breath, we're going to just make sure we're exhaling fully. And then on the next inhale, we'll take a deeper breath in, sinking it down. See if you can start to feel your diaphragm, that main breathing muscle, start to come down towards your belly, push on the belly a little bit. Holding it just for a moment. And then on your exhalation, to help cleanse and clear anything that we want to release, any tension or stress, we go breathing out through the mouth. Okay. So inhaling, sinking the breath down, seeing if you can feel your everything open, pausing. You can do this on your own time. Exhale through the mouth, like a sigh, or like you're fogging up a mirror that's right in front of your mouth. Try to aim for long exhalations to really help you settle into this moment. Okay, to calm the mind. Continue with this easy restorative practice of breathing slow and deep. And you might notice, you might want to just pause at the top of your inhale just for a moment before you release and exhale. Let's do 3 more like that. Inhaling deep. Holding the breath just for a moment. And releasing out through the mouth. Nice, long, complete exhalation. 2 more. Feel the effects of your breath as it comes in, how it opens, expands, creates space. Feel the effects of your exhalation as it leaves your body, how it's helping your body to release and let go. All right. Now we'll release our breathing practice, and just for the next few breaths, just have another moment to observe, a few moments to observe your breathing. And so less of a big deep breath in and out, just more natural flow now. And notice where you feel your breath coming in now and releasing now. The breathing is wonderful because it sets the stage for everything else we're going to do in our practice. And we try to aim to come back to our breath again and again and move on flow with our breathing. So we follow our breath. It's guiding our movements. We will start with some movements in the head and neck. So we're just going to start with a really gentle, it's going to be a half roll from side to side. So nothing big here. We want to be really gentle with our neck. And check back in that you are still sitting up nice and tall. It's really important to maintain our posture however we can. Sometimes we're not used to sitting up this way, and it can feel a little bit tricky at first because some of the muscles required for us to sit up straight and tall are a little bit weak, perhaps. So it is a good exercise to build strength in our core. Just keep on gently rolling the head and neck, and you can follow your breath too. So when you're inhaling, you can move your head one way to one side. As you exhale, you can move it to the other side. Keep it going for about 2 more breaths. Okay, this time we will roll the head again, but we're going to keep it there to one side. So whatever side your head is angled to, because I didn't tell you, and I'll just leave you to your own devices for now. Whatever side your head is angled to, so that ear is over the shoulder, on that side of your body, that arm, just bring your arm up and just gently. I'm not pushing my head, I'm not pulling my head, I'm just gently placing my hand there. The other hand can go to the seat of your chair. You can just grip onto it somewhere. Just feel this nice, gentle side neck stretch, this release. I'll stay for one more breath. So our focus we try to return our focus to our body, to our breathing, so we can stay present. And it can take time to develop that practice where it doesn't feel as so much like work to keep bringing yourself back, but we'll release that side and just release your neck. We'll take a few movements just up and down with your chin. Again, very, very gentle. Very gentle movement. Again, we can partner this with the breathing. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale back to center. Before we do the stretch, the other side, we're going to do one more. Just a gentle turn of the head from side to side. Yeah, just sit up nice and tall. Ensure the shoulder blades are down your back. Your chest is lifted. Inhale one way. Exhale the other. Inhale back to center. Exhale, lower your chin. And inhale. We'll roll the head to the opposite side for the other side neck stretch. Okay, so on that side of our body, we're going to take our hand up, gently place it on the side of the head. The other hand can come to grip the chair. Breathe here as you allow your neck to gently open. So there's no force. There's no force. The more gentle you are with your openings, with your stretches, the more your body will know that it's safe to go deeper. And it'll just naturally, you don't even have to do anything, especially in this pose. The gravity will take care of deepening this pose. You'll just notice that you're able to naturally go deeper in any posture when you start off without a lot of force, okay? Enjoy the practice. And we'll slowly come back to center. We'll release our head and neck. And again, just take the chin up with the inhale and exhale, chin down. Continue that for 3 more breaths. let yourself know that these mindful movements, they may seem simple and maybe even easy to you, but they are very powerful. They're connecting us to ourselves and to the present moment so we can live a little more mindfully. Inhale, this time we'll come back to center. Exhale, we'll turn our head to the side again. Feel that stretch on the side of your neck. Let's keep movement going. So we're going to flow to the other side. And again, take it all the way back. Okay. The next time we come into this positioning with the neck, we are going to hold it for a few breaths. Notice where you feel your breathing in your body. Help your breath slow down. Take a bit of a deeper breath into the body, into the ribs. The more you can exhale with that long release, the more your body will release its tension. Inhaling next time, and then exhaling, we're going to tuck the chin down towards that side. So angled towards the shoulder on that side. Inhale back up. Exhale back to center. Take a breath in here. And exhale, we'll turn the head to the other side and hold that for a few moments. Inhaling and exhaling, tucking your chin down towards that side. Softening any tension in your jaw, your face. Next breath in, lift up. And exhale back to center. Okay. And just notice how your head, your neck feels at this point. We're going to start to work. We're going to kind of work from the top down. So we're going to start to work on the shoulders now. So just a little lift up, a squeeze, and a release. So inhale to lift. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to release. If you ever find that you're not able to breathe fully, or it's hard to take that inhale, it's probably just because we're not fully exhaling. So at any point throughout the practice, if you want to inhale and exhale with a sigh, like it's a good way to really release and clear. Okay, a few more. Squeeze in the shoulders. Exhale. One more. Good. It is nice for that one to breathe out a little bit stronger with a sigh, because we hold a lot of tension here in the shoulders. Let's roll them out. So just a simple shoulder roll now. And just really feel into your movement. Slow it down. Tune in. Our everyday movements, we don't often tune into what's actually going on in our body, right? So we often, through that, miss a lot of the body cues of when tension's starting to creep in. We might not feel it right away. And then we feel it, of course, when the body said, okay, that's enough. Now you got to pay attention. Let's roll in the opposite direction. And just keep your breath flowing. Do this with your breathing. Inhale as you lift, exhale as you release. Just know the pressure's off to try to match anything that I'm doing or even anything that I'm saying. So always follow what feels right from your, if you're not matching what I'm doing, great. Just keep moving, just keep breathing. Find your own flow, right? All right. Okay. This time we are going to lift the arms to help open the shoulders a bit more. So we're going to inhale, reach. Exhale, release. Again, you might go, yeah, that's really nice. Or breathe in deeply and then breathe out with a sigh. Okay, one more. Exhale. This time, just the right arm lifts. We'll bring it up. Exhale, we'll come over. For this posture, just tune in that you're not taking the weight off that right hip, that you're still sinking down and creating space on that side of your body. Take one more breath in. You might notice how you can breathe into your ribs and expand that space there. And exhale. Next time you inhale, come up. Exhale to release. Let go of that shoulder, that arm, and just take another little roll on that side. Okay. Inhale, we're going to lift the other arm. Exhale, we'll come over. Okay, so you might find you like to hold on to the chair for support. The other hand, just let both hips stay grounded. Let your weight sink there. Breathe into your body and feel your breath where it wants to move into. Creating an opening here for our rib cage. So it's nice to breathe into that side. Next time you inhale, slowly rise back up and exhale to release. Roll that shoulder a little. And tune into the feeling in your upper body, your shoulders, your neck. We're going to do a little lift of the sternum now. So now that we've opened up the shoulders and the neck, promote a little bit more of a lift right through the heart. Shoulders sink down. Okay. And then on your exhale, roll the other way. So the way that we typically are positioned a little bit more forward, rounded with the shoulders, but just to come into a little flow here with the breath. Inhale, open. Open your chest, shoulder blades. Let them squeeze a little back, down your back. Exhale, let them lift and roll forward. You can even bring your hands to your knees and feel that little bit more of a stretch in your upper back. And we'll do that a couple more times. Inhaling to open. Exhaling to round. It could be a slight shift in your body. It doesn't have to be a big one. Notice your head and neck are moving too. Inhale, you're lifting up with your chin, opening chest. Exhale naturally. As you come forward, you're rounding through your shoulders. Chin comes down. One more. Big breath in into the lungs. Exhale. All right, inhale back to center. And let's keep our hands on our, let's actually put our hands on our hips here, on our pelvis. And we're gonna roll. So this gets us into the lower torso, the lower back. So we're gonna roll forward, or roll back. Explore all these edges of our lower body and lower back, where often it can be very stiff. It's a really nice way to loosen up here. Make sure you feel grounded in your feet, your legs. You might even widen your feet a little bit for this one. Keep tuning back into your breath and try to move like slow, focused, controlled movements, right? And once you feel like you've kind of got the movement, then start to go, oh yeah, I'm going to try to flow with my breath. So you don't have to do it all at once. You can let it slowly become more natural to do that. So we're going to roll in the opposite direction a few times. You might Yeah, take your hands to your hips and feel it into your pelvis. It's good to move into all these different areas of the body because we often don't move in our full range of motion throughout our day. Of course, if we're not moving, we're sort of, that's when tension and tightness starts to set in. We lose our flexibility, our mobility. Okay, so come back to center. Inhale, we are going to continue with that opening now. We'll take it more into like the seated cat cow where you're actually now opening more through your spine. As you inhale, you're arching. If you're not sure what I'm doing at home, I'll just show you from the side. So you're inhaling, arching, and you're just getting a little bit of a deeper curve now into your back. And as you exhale, you come and round and pull your belly in. So inhale, lift up, open, exhale. Continue here for the next 3 breaths. Continue flowing here. This is one of the essential exercises for the spine to keep the spine healthy, to keep not just the structure, the bones and the discs, but that's where our central nervous system lies, is right through this area. And we can promote more health and balance to our nervous system as well by making sure everything is more open and flowing. Okay, let's come back to center. So just feeling into your back for a moment, noticing if that's starting to help ease any of the tension you might have felt before. There's one more essential movement for the spine. We've done the forward rounding or the opening, the cat cow here where you go forward and back. We've done the side bend, and now this one is essential as well. So we're going to come into a twist. I'm going to talk you through it. So right hand to the left knee. You can hold on to the back of the chair or the back of the seat. Sit up nice and tall for this one. We really want to make sure that we're creating that alignment through our back so we're not collapsed or compressed through the spine. Find a comfortable place. And once you do, just begin to notice your breathing and how each posture we're in, it takes our breath into different spaces. Just because of how we're positioned, we're able to breathe a little bit differently. You might feel the breath a little different here where it is. So again, we start off every position, especially when we're holding, in a gentle way. And that allows for us to naturally be able to go deeper. If we go all the way to the edge, kind of forcing it, there's not really any space or room, and the body doesn't necessarily want to open up anymore because it feels like, oh, that's too much, right? So start off gentle with your attention on what you're experiencing right now. Notice when your body gives you a cue, yeah, I can go a little bit deeper here. You'll notice it gets more comfortable. You could push a little bit on your leg with your hand. I like to put the back of my hand on the outside edge of my leg. And hold for one more breath here. And at the end of the exhalation, just slowly spiral out of your twist. Slowly unwind. Come back to center. I like to do the cat-cow again in between the twists, between the sides. Just move again. Resetting that alignment. So we're going in and out of our center. And then once we come back, we're going to find our center again. Okay. Sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to the other side. Find your positioning here. If you can imagine, between your knees is a ball or a block. And we might explore this in a further class, but putting something between the knees and just gently pretend you're squeezing that a little, pull a little bit of pressure in with your knees towards each other. A little bit of an imaginary gentle squeeze on a ball. Helping to activate our core. When our core is engaged, we're much more able to sit up nice and tall. Let's be here for 2 more breaths. And at the end of this exhale, slowly unwind, release back to center. Let's go back into our cat-cow, inhaling to open, chest, chin lifts, exhale, belly in, arching through your back, chin down. One more. Wonderful. Inhale back to center. Find your center. Take a moment. Let go of the shoulders again. Let go of the tension that we might often carry in our jaw, in our face. Smile. Smiling is always a good practice to help release a lot of tension in our body, not just, and it opens the heart too. So we start to feel, yeah, even if I'm not like finding outward reasons to smile, there's always inward reasons to smile, but it opens up our inner space. It opens up our heart. Right? So just feel that, feel your smile. Okay. I'm going to explore coming into a little bit of a deeper expression of like a forward bend. So for this one, we definitely want to come to the front edge of the chair. We may want to widen the knees out a little bit, or widen the feet out, I should say, and just make sure you're secure on the chair. We are going to lean forward. You can lean forward and keep your arms on your thighs at first and just explore that. You can do a little wiggle from side to side. So I'm going to lower one shoulder down. Okay, tune into that feeling here. And then come back to center and lower the other shoulder down. We're looking to the side. Let's do that a few more times. Come back to center. Lower that other shoulder down. Look to the side. Come back to center. And one more time on the other side. Inhale back to center. Exhale. This is where we could perhaps just come down a little bit more. Now, you're not obligated to do that. You're not obligated to do anything I tell you to do, of course. I always want you to tune in to your body, follow your body's cues. And if something doesn't feel good, don't do it, okay? Okay, so don't worry about keeping up or doing, this is not a Simon Says practice. Okay, so if it feels good, you could let your arms and your head hang for a moment. This is a nice release for the back, the lower back in particular. If you have low blood pressure and you worry about that, just don't stay as long. And when you're ready to come up, again, come up slowly with your arms on your legs. Take a deep breath in. When we breathe in, we actually increase our blood pressure. And when we breathe out, we decrease our blood pressure a little bit. So when we hang over in a forward bend, we're decreasing our blood pressure. So if we have blood pressure, high blood pressure issues, it's actually really great. But just notice how you feel, okay? And we're going to slowly start to come out of that one. Come back to center. And this time you can bring your feet a little bit closer in. I'm going to do the opposite. So we're opening up the back body. Now we're going to open up the front. So we're going to reach back for some part of the chair. It really depends on what kind of chair you're working with. But if you can even just reach for the seat of your chair. If you have some parts of the back of your chair you can hang on to, you can do that too. You're nice and secure, but I'll show you from the side at home. It's a gentle back bend. So you are like in our cat-cow when we're opening, just holding that a little bit longer. This is the back bend in yoga. So take a few breaths in and out here. Chin is slightly lifted, but neck is comfortable. Breathe through your body. So feel your breath. That's what's going to really bring life to your pose. And start moving the energy through your body where it's stuck. So without breath, we don't really go anywhere. With breath, we're naturally enhancing everything. One more here. And then we'll release. Okay. Come back to center, tune in. So the pause after postures, especially when we hold them for longer times, we want to really allow that integration of how do I feel now? How do I feel now? Check in to see if there's been any shifts occurring physically, but also on that level of how am I feeling inwardly? Am I feeling more at ease? Am I feeling more peaceful? It's that regulation of the nervous system that we can call that's peace, right? When we feel we've got that balance there, where we've activated a bit more of the parasympathetic state of our nervous system, which is about rest and digest, and where we can just go, I don't need to be always on alert and always rushing and doing things on that. I feel pressured. That's the opposite. That's when our sympathetic state, and for most of us in this world, we operate on that sympathetic state, and we're wearing out our some of our glands in our body because it's just we're always on alert and always got adrenaline, cortisol flowing. So this is a beautiful practice to just go, where am I now? Where am I now? Have I let go of that need to be doing something else? And it's okay if you're still in that place of like, oh, I'm supposed to be doing this right now, especially at home. It can be tricky to commit when you are like, but I got laundry and dishes and this and this. But know that this time is so worth it. This time, every moment you spend, taking time for yourself, it actually creates more time when you think about it. It's creating more time. Yeah. And time is more enjoyable. So it's a win-win. We're going to do a little bit with the hips. So we're going to, sit on still kind of closer to the front edge of the chair. This is like we're doing our butterfly pose. We could bring our feet. Might feel good to keep your feet a little bit wider apart. Maybe not right together. Yeah, you could try feet on a block. Just opening your hips up. And we'll do a little bit of pressure. So I'm just putting a little bit of pressure on those inner thighs with my hands, pushing. And then you can slide your hands to the other side and push them back together. And we'll go back and forth a few times. Opening and closing. Keep that flowing. Inhale to open, exhale to close. A couple more times. Might feel really nice, or might go, yeah, that's the stretch I need in my inner thighs. Okay. Just depends where we're at. Sometimes we don't feel as much, sometimes we feel more. All right, bringing those knees back together. We are going to now widen the feet apart. Come into like a supported seated squat. We're a little bit wider here. Sitting on that chair, we're going to inhale the arms all the way up. Exhale, and we're going to pull the elbows down with the elbows bent, coming into a beautiful supported goddess position. When we're standing, we call this the goddess pose. Inhale to reach. Exhale. Let those arms come down. Beautiful opening for your shoulders. Inhale. Stretch your fingers too. So take your fingers nice and wide. And exhale. Let's do that one more time. Exhale. Good. Inhale, just stretch your arms out to the sides. A little bit more like a star. I'm going to turn the palms up. Okay. And then rotate the palms down. You might even take the thumbs back a little bit. Just play with that edge of the rotation in your shoulder joint, bringing the arms up, thumbs back. Inhale on the way up with the palms facing up. Exhale down. Continue this for 2 more. And 1 more. You decide how much you give it. A little bit of something here if you want to take those thumbs a little bit further back. And 1 more time, take those thumbs a little bit further down. Okay. Inhale up. Exhale in. Good. And just relax. Let go, roll your shoulders. We can bring the feet back in towards each other. And we're going to bring your hands up for the next one, okay? We're going to interlace our fingers. And we're going to make some figure eights for the wrists. So just a nice slow rolling motion, loosening up here. You might be noticing I'm going in one direction. Now I'm going to challenge you. This is really tricky typically to go in the opposite direction. It feels really awkward usually. So bear with me. All right. And then we'll keep the hands together. Now extend the palms out. So keep those fingers together. Stretch and open here. Really nice for the hands, the fingers, and the wrists. Inhale up. And exhale down. And stop midway and inhale, open the chest a little, shoulders back. So pushing into your shoulders and then exhale. And let's round the shoulders and pull the hands a little bit further out. So your chin comes down. Inhale, come back. So you're pulling the arms back and the shoulder blades down. And then exhale 1 more time. And then inhale back. Exhale. This is really nice for the elbow. And just pull 1 elbow out to the side. Keep your hands firmly clasped together, really firmly clasped. So the inner creases of your fingers right together, but at the same time, try to pull them apart, but don't let them come apart. Pull the elbow out, little stretch there, okay, on that right side. Feeling that. And then inhale, push forward. Exhale again. Keep those inner creases of your fingers right together. Try to pretend you're pulling your hands apart, but not really. And then elbow out to the side on that left side. Okay, bring the arms out. 1 more time up. And release. Exhale. Good. Shake that out. Let's shake out a little bit through the arms. done quite a bit of work on the upper body today. I'd like to go a little bit more into the legs and the hips now to kind of end us off here. So we are going to try to just bring one leg up, sitting up. This can be tricky. We want to be able to sit up nice and tall at the same time because often we slouch when we're going to do that. So see if you can maintain your posture here, your pelvis neutral, sit bones in contact. Do a little bit of a roll for your ankle. Roll it around there. Opposite direction. Okay, then flex and point. Go back and forth. You can always hold on to the back of the leg if that's more comfortable. You can release at any point. And just one more little roll. Good. Let's just see if we can reach for the foot. Again, no pressure if that's not possible, but just to see if you can loosen up that hip a little. If you hold on to your leg, no problem. Just to get a little bit of movement in that hip joint, however you need to. Okay, so you could be down like this, moving the leg. We're going to try to circle it a little bit. Okay, hold on to it there. You know, if you're wanting to advance this, you could have that foot a little bit higher. But I'll show this approach where we're just holding onto the leg, rolling through the hip. Slow rolls, opposite direction. Good. Notice that starts to feel like, oh, a little bit of work too. So it's good, it's strengthening as well. Good. We'll relax that leg, just kind of shake it out. Just shake out both legs actually. It's a good way to get that energy. It seems a little like, feels a little silly to move like this perhaps, but it's a really good way to get that. Especially when you sit, right? When you sit for long periods of time, you get a little bit sluggish in your whole body, sort of, when you're not moving, but we've been moving. Our upper body should feel good, but our legs might be getting a little bit, yeah, I need to move. Okay. So let's work on that other side. So however you need to be positioned, whatever feels good, know that, yeah, we are strengthening in this posture too. So you want to make sure you're sitting up nice and tall, activating your core, rolling through your ankle. Opposite direction. And we'll do a bit of flexing and pointing in the toes. Notice what that's working in your body. Where else you feel it? Maybe not just in your foot and your ankle. Do you feel it in other places too? You feel it even up through your calf, your shin, and maybe even up through your knee. You kind of feel something there. Okay. Now for the hip opener, the rolling movement, you decide again if you want to come right up and do a little bit of rocking first, a little bit of rolling around, however you want to position your body or hold on to your leg. Okay. I'm just going to do it like this. Okay. Opposite direction. And then we'll release. Okay, shake that out. Shake out through your legs. We're going to do a hamstring stretch. So stretch out through the right leg. And we're just going to come forward a little bit. Okay, so your toes are up in the air. Your heel is on the floor mat. And you're just going to lean. And when we're leaning, we often go, oh, I'm leaning with my head and shoulders. No, let's try to lean first from the hips, from the hip crease, okay? And hold your position here. Hold it for the next couple breaths. And then slowly rise back up. Before we switch to the other side, just to open that leg up a little bit more, we're going to slide it out. So what this requires of us is to slide a little bit over to the right side of the chair and just have the left hip on that chair. So the right hip's kind of coming off a little bit. Hopefully that works for you at home. If your chair is a little bit different, it might be a little trickier to position yourself. But we're just going to stretch out through that right leg a little bit. Feel that nice positioning here. And basically, if we can line up our body, our feet, we're in essence, we're in our warrior pose, right? We're in our warrior pose here. So we can let the arms reach up. Hold this for a few breaths. And then slowly release. Okay, we'll slide that leg back, bring that foot in. Okay. We're going to work on the other side. So we'll extend out through the left leg. So the leg is straight. Hopefully you can see that here, that it's, it's straight out. My other knee stays bent, and I'm going to lean over for getting into the back of the leg here. Again, try to lean first from your hip crease. So we often like kind of collapse, and then our back is curved, right? So we can maintain the alignment through our upper body, through our spine, by just thinking about how we can hinge from our hip crease, okay? Hold that for a few breaths. Again, you're really noticing, where do I feel this? Where do I feel this in my body? What happens over time? What's happening is I work with my breath. You might actually notice some of that tension dissolving. Okay, we'll come up to center, press into your legs to rise up. Do that, our last pose before our little seated meditation. We're just going to slide over to more of the left side of the chair and just have our right hip. So our left hip's in essence kind of coming off a little bit more. Find your support here. It can feel a little awkward at first to find your positioning. No worries here. Just try to go, oh yeah, I'm in my warrior 2 pose. And I'm bringing my arms up, okay? You can look over your right arm. Focus on one thing. So focus on one spot. Gaze softly at one thing. And slowly with your next exhale, release your arms. Okay, we'll bring the leg in. I'm just grabbing it with my left hand. Back into center. We spent the whole time on the chair today. We won't always do that. I will get you off the chair and doing some standing poses with the chair. But for today, that's pretty much good. We're going to end with a few minutes of, it's like our Shavasana, but we're gonna get really comfortable in the chair. So this is when, if you have something you wanna support your back with the back of the chair, just so you're making yourself even more comfortable, okay? so your back can really settle and you feel really supported in an aligned position. So you're like, yeah, my back still feels nice and aligned, my shoulders over my hips. And then I can really just soften here for those last few moments. I can let everything soften, just like we do when we're lying down on our mat in Shavasana. If you do want to lie down on your mat, feel free. You're always welcome to do that. It's actually really nice to lie down with the legs, lower legs on the chair seat. That could be a really nice posture. But we'll just take a few moments with the eyes closed, the gaze inward. To again, and just let ourselves be, just as we are, in the here and now. Noticing maybe you can soften some areas even more as you bring your attention, your awareness to parts of your body. It's like, oh, I can invite that area to release even more. Maybe it's the shoulders. Maybe it's the arms and hands. Softening. Softening through the back. Softening through the front. Softening the chest. Softening the belly. Let the hips settle deeper into the chair. Feel that foundation of support. Bring your attention down to your legs. Slowly from the upper legs to the knees, to the lower legs, ankles, and feet. Soles of your feet connected to the floor. Feel that connection. Just breathe. Few more moments. You can let your breath soften too. And allow yourself to be breathed by your breath. My breath is breathing me now. And we'll take another deep breath in. And let's take a long breath out through the mouth. Let's do that one more time. Inhale deep. Exhale, slowly release. Starting to wiggle your fingers a little and your toes. Come back to your space around you, but at the same time, we're developing the ability as yogis to keep our focus inward too, even that we're going to now come back to the world. We're going to still maintain, we're going to see if we can try to, and of course, it's easy to disconnect. Very, very, very easy and natural for us to disconnect in our world. But see if you can maintain, even just for these first few moments as you transition. And then perhaps throughout your day, you're like, oh, I'm going to take like even just 3 breaths somewhere today where I'm actually, returning to my experience of where I'm at in the present moment. So yeah, just take your time. Take your time to transition. Take a few moments to allow the integration of the experience before we just leap back into our day and what our day holds for us. Hopefully with a bit of a reset, hopefully with a bit of finding a more aligned rhythm that we can bring into presence, a presence that we've cultivated of being here. So thank you so much for joining. Namaste. Namaste. Don't forget to smile. Don't forget to smile. Don't forget to laugh. And we'll hope to see you again. So thank you so much. Thank you so much at home for joining in. I hope you have a wonderful day.